Welcome to the Bitcoin Transition. Bitcoin Essentials Course, Module 9, Lesson 2. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This course is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Pause the video here if you'd like to read the full disclaimer in detail. Factors accelerating hyperbitcoinization. One of the biggest forces accelerating Bitcoin adoption is the slow-motion collapse of fiat currencies around the world. Inflation is eating away at purchasing power. We've seen it time and time again, from Venezuela and Argentina to Turkey, where the local currency spirals out of control, prices skyrocket, savings evaporate, and the middle class gets wiped out. When fiat fails, people look for an exit. And increasingly, they're turning to Bitcoin, a decentralized, fixed supply alternative that can't be printed into oblivion. Bitcoin becomes a lifeline, a hedge against hyperinflation, currency controls, and political instability. Even governments are starting to pay attention. As debt loads become unsustainable, and confidence in central banks begins to falter, some nations may stop reaching for the printing press and start turning to Bitcoin. Not just to survive, but to rebuild trust in their economies. The cracks in the fiat system are no longer subtle, and Bitcoin is the pressure release valve the world has been waiting for. Bitcoin adoption is no longer just for individuals and early tech enthusiasts. It's going mainstream, fast. Major corporations like Tesla, Strategy formerly MicroStrategy, and Block formerly Square have all added Bitcoin to their balance sheets. Not as a speculative gamble, but as a strategic reserve asset. A hedge against inflation. A store of value that transcends borders. And it's not just companies. Nation-states are beginning to take notice. El Salvador made headlines by adopting Bitcoin as legal tender. The Central African Republic followed shortly after. And others are watching closely, aware that Bitcoin could give them a competitive edge in a world drowning in debt. As more businesses and governments integrate Bitcoin into their financial systems, for savings, for transactions, and even for trade, fiat currencies start to lose relevance. Bitcoin is quietly becoming the economic foundation for the next generation of commerce. The role of the Lightning Network. The Lightning Network is Bitcoin's second layer, and it changes everything. It enables Bitcoin to scale for everyday use, handling thousands of transactions per second with near zero fees. This means you can buy a coffee, tip a creator, or send money across the world instantly. No delays, no middlemen, and no need to rely on slow, expensive banking infrastructure. For people in regions with poor access to financial services, Lightning unlocks freedom. It's fast, it's private, it's borderless. The Lightning Network is how Bitcoin becomes truly usable as money for everyone, everywhere. The failure of central bank digital currencies. Central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, are being rolled out by governments around the world. But don't be fooled. They're not about innovation, they're about control. CBDCs come with serious problems. They increase financial surveillance, tracking every transaction you make. They enable censorship, where your spending can be restricted or blocked. Some even propose negative interest rates or expiry dates on your money, forcing you to spend or lose it. And worst of all, they strip away your financial privacy entirely. Bitcoin is the antidote. It's decentralized. It's borderless. And no government can stop it, inflate it, or weaponize it. Where CBDCs tighten the noose, Bitcoin opens the door to freedom. If you're finding this valuable, you'll love the full Bitcoin Essentials course, completely free, over at thebitcointransition.org. Inside, you'll get structured lessons, downloadable resources, bonus content, and everything you need to start living on a Bitcoin standard. Head to thebitcointransition.org and get started today for free.